can't believe I believed everything we had was less. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having you. Love you forever if you don't even believe in me.
Back in the O, straight from the 8. I'm walking with God, I don't need a drink. The devil be talking, I don't entertain. I'm walking in faith, I'm sowing my seed. I did it in faith, I gave it to God, and he made it great.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We're gonna go ahead and just dive right in, starting off with our KIARA SKY Pro Lash Glue Adhesive. This is the black one. I love it. It's a perfect viscosity. You guys already know I love more of a thinner viscosity, a humidity range that works well with a lot of different environments, and also a 0 to 1.2 dry time. That is my go-to glue. You guys already know I rave about all these products because I'm absolutely obsessed. Going in with our 45-degree long angle tweezer. The best reason for these type of tweezers, and it sucks that not a lot of brands sell them, is because this type of tweezer helps so much with hand fatigue, especially a 90-degree angle volume tweezer. You guys, if you guys are struggling with hand fatigue and you want to avoid carpal tunnel, using a 90-degree angle tweezer will be the best. Going in with our super bonder inside of our nano mister. You guys already know this is my favorite way to apply bonder. It's just easier. I love how fine the mist is. I feel like it really gets into all the crevices, and I love it so much. Moving on to our KIARA SKY Lash Fan. This girl right here, she is tiny, but she is mighty, just like myself. She is powerful. As you can see, she's just blowing everybody away. She's blowing these lashes out of proportion. No, I'm just kidding, but I love this lash fan. I think it's amazing and it's super travel friendly. Going in with our 0.05 cashmere volume lashes. We're doing a 0.05 because we don't want them too fine like with the 0.03, and we don't want them too heavy like with the 0.07. A 0.05 is a perfect medium, especially when you're doing these super textured sets. 0.05 C curl, and we'll explain that a lot later. VI's pink tape, best tape hands down, even better than NextCare sensitive skin tape, guys. I still use NextCare if I absolutely need to, but this, she has my heart. She has my heart. We're also going to be using our Lab Genius Vortex Lab shaker. Okay, so this is meant to shake like vials or blood, but I use this to shake my glue. You guys, if you don't have one of these, please add this to your cart. It is a necessity, and it literally will help so much with your retention. So let's dive into the actual tutorial. So first things first, I did ask my client to bring in her lashes. This is a half lash tutorial set. A super amazing new trend right now that I think is super popular, and I'm here for it. I loved it so much. I love the way it flattered her eye shape. And I did ask her to bring in her favorite lash so that I can see exactly what we're trying to go for, because this was my first time doing it. So I just wanted to make sure I'm accurate. So I love to go in and measure out the width of this, or the length of these lashes to her eye, to see where I'm going to go ahead and start and stop. As you can see, it's definitely halfway. However, I am going to have her open up her eyes and look directly at the pin, and this is going to show me where her iris stops and starts. I decided that I am going to go a little bit further in than what the actual lash is, because I think for her eye shape, I want to elongate that outer corner, but the only way I can really do that is if I give myself more wiggle room in the front, if that makes sense, or towards the inner corner. That way I can really give the illusion that the lash is really pulling out towards that outer corner. And I know that probably sounds really funny, but trust me, it's going to make sense as we go in and lash. So we have our mapping points mapped out. We're going to go in with our VI's gel pads. I didn't show this because, to be honest, you guys, I ran out because I'm obsessed with these gel pads. I've literally used them for the past 2 years. I don't know what other gel pads are honestly so comparable. I've tried many different brands. I have yet to find something better than these, and you can get them on Amazon or their website. And as you guys can see with this pink tape, it's definitely a hit or a miss, but sometimes it looks almost white, and that's why I love this tape, to be specific. Okay, so let's go ahead real quick and show you guys the mapping. So I went ahead and held up the the lash to the eye. And as you can see here, I mapped out exactly the point of the spikes that are on this lash. If you have someone that brings in their lash so that they want that specific mapping, they want it to be almost identical, have them bring it in so that you can map out your points. Obviously, it's going to be the easiest way to get it so identical. So here are the mapping in full effect because I did kind of mess up. So we have 14 in the outer corner, then we jump up to 16. So we're jumping up 2 sizes, jumping back down to 14, and then jumping down to 11. In our bottom layer, we are going to be jumping down 3 sizes. This is super important if you want texture and spikes to stand out. Jumping down 3 sizes, if not 4, sometimes even 5, depending on what you're doing, really helps make the texture stand out and gives a super fluttery effect. To be honest, I wish I would have done 4 lengths, but it's okay. Lesson learned. It's always a great thing when you're going in and you're mapping or lashing on someone new, is the first initial set is always the best set because you get to see where you can make improvements. So this is where mapping really comes in for me. You guys are always asking me, how do I map grade, or how do you map to people's eye? Well, one is using my dot points so that if I ever need to pull back the skin, I'm not losing where I'm at or not getting lost in my set, and to also map out exactly where your points are falling. So let's move into actually lashing. So we're going to start off by placing our spikes. We're making sure that our direction is exactly where these spikes need to be. You can't just go in and apply spikes willy-nilly and expect it to look pretty. You need to make sure that the spikes are flowing. So as you guys can see here, we did do 3 to 4 spikes in each section. This is gonna, again, help them stand out. So this particular lash that she bring in, those spikes are completely standing out. Like, they are very noticeable. It's very wispy. It's very texturized. And now we're just going in with our bottom layer. We are doing closed, almost pixie spikes. Pixie spikes means that, like, they're not completely closed at the tip, but they kind of flare out. So it's like a super extremely narrow fan, if that's kind of like how you want to envision it. I do have a video explaining exactly about spikes in a previous video. I'll definitely link that video down below in case you guys are interested, because I break down exactly how I make my spikes and how I differentiate my spikes for my sets. So we're just following our mapping, guys, and that's pretty much all we're doing. We didn't use not one single full fan in this set, and they came out so full. She had about 4 layers, pushing 4. I want to say dominantly she had 3 layers, but she did technically kind of have a 4th layer, but it wasn't anything too extreme. But she had really thick lashes. Like, she had really nice healthy lashes. So applying a wet fan on top of her already nice natural lashes really made these lashes stand out. I also want to point out that I do have the mapping here in the corner, that I used a C curl, because if you can see this lash up close, it is definitely way more flatter, and I wanted to again mimic that. Her lashes do sit up right, so it's kind of like a natural CC curl, and I wanted a dark lash line. That's one thing that she definitely pointed out to me, that she wanted that dark extreme lash line. So I did make sure that I go in with the C curl. If I went in with the CC curl or even a D curl, I would have lost that dark lash line because the lashes would have been elevated or curled up too right, causing that white in the waterline, which doesn't create the illusion of a darker lash line. If you ever want to make sure that you're getting a dark lash line and you're just not, you just gotta lower down the curl at least 1 to 2 curls, and that will give you the illusion of the dark lash line. So here we are, just lightly placing down those bottom layers and those spikes, or those pixie spikes, and just filling in our set nice and full, making sure that our direction and our flow is perfectly. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm just making sure that you're applying the lashes exactly in the direction and placement that they need to be. Whether you're applying your lash on the top, on the bottom, or the side. Personally, for me, I'm a bottom lash placement girl. I feel like it gives me a better wrap, especially when I'm doing like a wet set like this. You want to make sure that you're still technically wrapping your lashes. Now, I know that it's not a fan, so it's not going to completely wrap around the natural lash, but a light wrap will go extreme long way. I always get asked too, do I feel like wet sets last a long time? Absolutely. I have girls who still come to me every 3 weeks, sometimes pushing it. I do have my regulars who come in 2 weeks, but I do have a majority of them who do come to me 3 weeks, and it's a wet set. It is definitely a game changer. Wet sets are such an amazing texturized look. I mean, just playing with texture alone in your sets really helps. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump off, let you guys enjoy the background music, let you guys watch me lash, enjoy the background music, because you guys know I take a long time to find my background music. So just sit here and enjoy, and we'll jump back on in another like 2 minutes.
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing sissy slides in both ears. Dice falling on the Las Vegas strip tonight. Slip that on and we might miss the fight. Fuck a night, I keep the guala in my shorty bag. You know she wanna mine when she tattoo that ass. I'm a lover boy, she love the toys. Keep it coming, you a rider. It's that roll myself a J and count my figure shit. It's that stepping out, I feel like I'm that nigga shit. I drop 30 on this room, we ain't gon' sleep for shit. If I catch you nodding off, then it's gon' be some shit. But you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. A young stunner, till I die. Fuck it, I just run it up before I go. Would you tell the world my secrets if I let you close? KIARA, you selling accent. These days don't look my age. Niggas be plastic.
And just like that, our set is nice and complete. I'm just taking an extra piece of tape to clear off any lashes that are remaining all over her face. It's just the easiest way to pick up some lashes off the face without like using your tweezers and accidentally poking your client, because I've done that. So we're gonna go ahead and just brush through, making sure those lashes are sitting just right, seeing if any are popping off, making sure our placement is perfect and proper, and really going in with that fan. I'm showing you guys here that I even use it on setting 3. And then we're gonna go in with our nano mister, with our super bonder, of course, and we're gonna really work it in there. I found that actually sitting a little bit longer with your nano mister and really making sure the mist is getting every single speck, an inch, and whatever the word is, getting all up in there. So that way we are curing those lashes completely dry, and making sure that we are fanning them, making sure we're not getting any shock curing, making sure they're nice and dry, making sure that mist is good and on there. And you'll kind of notice when your lashes are drying up when they turn matte. And as you guys can see here with my mirror, how beautiful the texture is. You can see how it's like that cat eye. It went from short to long. We didn't go all the way far in, because that's what a half lash is. It's stopping at either like right in the center or a little bit after the center, and not putting anything in the inner corner. It looks funny from this point of view. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared. I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. But once she opened her eyes and you see the set, and I know for a fact when she has her makeup on, it is gonna look so good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this set down below. Her eye color is just stunning. I can't, sorry. But yes, let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on your way out. And let me know if you found this tutorial helpful. Also, you guys, please let me know what kind of videos you guys want. I always answer your guys' responses when you guys leave them in the comment section. And also, if there's anything you feel like I can do to improve my videos, whatever you want me to explain more, whatever you want me to show more, please let me know. Whatever you want me to cut out, please tell me, because I make these videos for you guys. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one.